Hey drummers, hope you're doing well. Shout out to Superstar channel member Ed, who was asking about this. This is the groove from Dreams by the Allman Brothers Band. This band had two drummers, Butch Trucks and John Lee Johnson, known as JMO. It's not super clear who played what. They might have both been playing side by side. Certainly in the live versions, they're playing side by side, which is really cool. I'm going here based on the YouTube video that somebody's posted of your man Butch Trucks talking through and demonstrating this groove. Posted about 10 years ago. It's like obviously a little drum convention or something of that nature. It's like it's in a hotel somewhere. He's talking through it. So I'm just going on that. The main thing to say about this is, like a lot of tunes from this era, it's a time feel. So you couldn't say this is the drum beat from this song, although I literally have said that in the title of this video. It's a time feel. So, you know, the basic feel is established. And so on, and he obviously plays around with that. As he says himself in the video, it kind of starts off at one level, kind of starts off really soft and then builds as the song goes along, and he follows what the guys on guitar and the rest of the band are doing. So that's a really important thing to say. But having said that, when he demonstrates the beat in that video, he does do one particular bar of groove, like more often than any other. So I'm going with that for this. We're gonna build it up in 3 different stages. Ed said, I don't have your email in front of me, Ed, but you said something like, is there a vanilla groove you can do to get me started, and then perhaps something more fancy? So I'm going to do 3 levels. I'll do the super vanilla, and then the little bit of tutti frutti, and then the full-on rum and raisin third version. Right, so the main thing I'll do, just to demonstrate it, I'll play what he plays as a quote-unquote the full groove, which is this. So you could call this 3/4. You could potentially call it 6/8. I'm definitely not here for a fight on that front. I'm going to call it 3/4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go level 1 now. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. So quarter notes, or third notes if you like, on the as they are now in 3/4. Crotchets on the ride cymbal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I've eliminated the left foot here entirely in the level 1 version. Bass drum is on beat 1 each time. The snare in the first bar, as you'll see in the notation, is on beat 2 in the first bar, and then it's on the and of beat 1 in between the ride cymbals, which is like a kind of rim shot sound, and then beat 3 again for the snare drum. So you've got level 1. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. 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 That's level 1. Level 2, I reckon, looks something like this. 1. So here in level 2, I've decided to give it that swinginess. One of the things Ed said, I think, in your email, as you said, it's a bit jazzy, or it's got a jazzy feel to it. And this is where this really starts to come in. I think we're swinging those 8th notes on the ride. 1, 2, and 3, and 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 again level 2. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. Snare drum placement here, same as in level 2. And level 3, same as that, except there's a hi-hat with the left foot. I've notated it on beat 2 here in the demonstration that your man Butch is doing. He plays it various places, to be honest. There's something with the left foot on the hi-hat, and also a bass drum on the last 8th note to really swing back bob-bottom to repeat that 2-bar loop each time. Level 3. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1. slow it down. And 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. Picking up speed. And 3, and 1. Lovely, sort of waltzy, shimmering, jazzy, dreamlike, appropriately enough, 3/4 feel. Like I say, you could write it in 6/8, but for me, the drum feel anyway very much suggested 3/4. I know the chord changes are every like 6 beats, so you could argue 6/8 overall, but 3/4 for the drums. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. As ever, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This video on the channel members page just now, I'll post a notation and a practice along version for each of those 3 grooves. You can slow down, roll around again and again, groove along with it. Shout out to all the amazing channel members and Ed and anyone who's into the Allman Brothers band, and check out the amazing 2 drummers, some great live footage. You man Butch Trucks and John Lee Johnson, or JMO. Great stuff. See you soon. Cheers.